My name is Eibhlin Walsh. I'm a National Institute of Studies and Education funded PhD student in the School of Education, University of Limerick. I'm also a member of the I Teach Teaching for Inclusion Lab. My supervisors are Dr. Jennifer McMahon of the Department of Psychology and Dr. Matthew Herring of the Physical Education and Sport Sciences Department. And I'm here today to talk about our systematic review of adolescent school-based suicide prevention and the implications of these findings for practice and policy. Across the globe, suicide is a public health crisis. And in young people, suicide is the second cause of mortality. In the recent My World survey, it was demonstrated that there was a 6% suicide attempt rate and a 41% suicide ideation rate in young people in Ireland. There are a number of policies in Ireland pertaining suicide prevention, the most prominent of these being our Suicide Prevention Policy Connecting for Life. Amongst many recommendations, the policy outlines the need to develop knowledge on suicide in high-risk groups, such as adolescents, in order to inform preventive strategies. The Wellbeing Policy Statement and Framework for Practice recommends the implementation of whole-school, multi-level preventative approaches to mental health on a national basis. The most recent mental health policy, Sharing the Vision, outlines how a wellbeing promotion process will be initiated in schools by 2023. A protocol between the Department of Education and Skills and the HSE will direct the collaboration between schools, mental health services and supports to facilitate appropriate and effective referral. Although these policies' recommendations are extremely promising, it is clear that there is a lot of research to be done and knowledge to be generated on how best to design and implement effective suicide prevention strategies in schools. The protocol for our school-based suicide prevention review can be found on Prospero. And the main aim of this review was to ascertain how effective are post-primary school-based suicide prevention programs in reducing suicide behaviours in adolescents. These include suicide ideation, attempts, as well as planning. So preliminary findings indicate that suicide prevention programs are effective in reducing suicide behaviours in adolescents aged 11 to 19 years. The follow-up ranged from 2 days to 2 years, which indicates to us that the positive impact of school-based suicide prevention programs on reducing suicide behaviours are both short and long-term. So the evidence suggests that training and involvement of various school personnel as well as other stakeholders such as parents as well as adolescents themselves is important for effective prevention. So in relation to the Irish context, this would suggest that investing in training and involving various stakeholders is important to enhance the positive impact that school-based programs have on suicide behaviours. Systematic review evidence is considered one of the highest levels of evidence to inform mental health policy. To conclude, our review provides evidence that school-based suicide prevention is beneficial in adolescents in decreasing suicide behaviours. In relation to policy and practice, these findings provide confidence that implementing nationwide school-based suicide prevention programs in post-primary schools is an effective way to decrease suicide behaviours in adolescents. If you would like to know any more about our research, please email me on eibhlin.walsh@ul.ie. Thank you so much for your attention.